guys, I'm Janet, on occasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. And is it me or she's standing at a really precarious angle? Oh no, that's fine. Wow, she's like super glued to that eagle. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by balancing. So yeah, I'm playing as the Wood Elves, not a build I've ever played before. I'm playing against the Dwarves. This was, again, first day that patch came out. So a lot of very tough matches. So I've got a front line, just 3 Eternal Guard, some Chevrons in there, trying to help hold the line a bit longer, and a couple of Treekin, again great for holding the line, a couple of Wildwood Rangers, try and flank around, and I kept everyone on a thin line, because maybe artillery or whatever, you know. And so I've got the Glade Guard in the back, 5 lots of Starfire Shafts. I've also got a Spellsinger, Law of Life, and I brought a Glady, you know, Lady Glade Lord, Glade Lady, Glady, and just look at that seat, that's so cool. Anyway, so I brought her along as well, and yeah, so he brought no artillery, but he had 3 runesmiths and Thorgrim and loads of cheap infantry. So obviously the cheap infantry get sort of the most in terms of, like, you know, percentage increase on their stats, you know, for like melee attack and defense. Thorgrim just buffs the crap out of them, so really cool. It makes all these guys you know, much better, but still really cheap. He also brought 1 Iron Drake. But yeah, these are all. Oh, we had some long beards in the front actually, on one side, and then yeah, Dwarf Warriors all over the shop. So yeah, pretty terrifying. Oh, and some Miners of Blasting Charges. But yeah, the 3 runesmiths, just so many runes. I'm not sure which ones he brought on them actually. So yeah, he brought, yeah, like all of them. Yeah, he brought all the runes. Oh well. So kind of terrifying. So many buffs. So again, you know, these cheap units suddenly getting buffs from the runesmiths, it makes them like twice as good. It's great. So let's speed this up. So initially, you know, sending my Glade Lord. She takes the odd pot shot, but I actually see how she does at shooting Iron Drakes, because I kind of want to kill them. I was hoping if I get like a model per hit, that would be great. But actually, you know, plonk, didn't really do anything. Not really. So not great. Anyway, so yeah, I moved all my guys forward a little bit, and I actually do try and do a bit of a tactical retreat because I want these guys to shoot a bit more. But I see pretty soon it gets a bit silly. So I start trying to get more people on these Iron Drakes because I want to shut them down straight away. Because if I can shut them down, then they don't really have an answer to my Treekin, so they'll just fight forever. So that was my idea there. Because yeah, Treekin, they won't get any kills against these Dwarf Warriors, but they won't die. And if they don't die, and these guys are fighting them forever, then I can keep shooting at them. So that's what I want to do. So he tries to pull his Iron Drakes out, which is, you know, fair enough. So this is where I start trying to shift everyone back a bit. But, you know, he's in full charge here, so I realised to get any value out of it, I'd have to run back quite a lot, and I'd end up at the back of the map in no time. So, you know, I just thought, screw it, I'll be a bit more bold. Because look at these guys, they're taking so long to run. Ugh. And yeah, I swear they're gaining on me. I don't know how, but they seem to be. So start doing some more damage, charge everyone else in. So still got my Glady sort of hanging out. He's left a Runesmith down here for some reason. But yeah, so Rune of Wrath and Ruin goes on these guys, which is a pain because, you know, I chevron them up. So also on the Wild Rangers, which is, yeah, that's just great to have a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on them because they're really expensive. You can see the amount of units, the amount of density here, and yeah, those Eternal Guard are really suffering. So I start trying to take out Thorgrim with my archers, because yeah, they're not all obstructed doing that, which is good. Using Earthblood, trying to keep people in the fight, and I start trying to get my Wildwood Rangers around. So get some nice flank on him, start shooting in. He doesn't get the best shots with his Iron Drakes now, but he's still doing a lot of damage. So if we look, see, I've got an edge that they can shoot into, which is pretty terrifying. Here, he also gets 1 unit back. Into my archers. So I've got Wild Rangers fighting against Dwarf Warriors and also a Runesmith. So the Runesmith is going to be a bit of a pain there. But Thorgrim's taking a hell of a pounding here, so that's great news. I also try and stop them, stop their Iron Drake shooting by throwing my Spellsinger at them, but they're still going. It's very irritating. So, but you know, these Dwarf Warriors are nearly dead. But then look at the amount of damage my Wild Rangers take, and that's way too much. Absolutely way too much. I mean, Dwarf Warriors, what, they're like 350 or something? 400 maybe? And Wild Rangers cost like 1100, so yeah, not good for me. Not good for me at all. So yeah, I used the Prey of Anathrama on Thorgrim, so I can start to finish him off. So that's good news. So yeah, at least I have that settled. So I start trying to run away with these Glade Guard, and they just keep following me to the Dwarf Warriors. I start taking pot shots at them until I realise, you know what, screw it, I need this front line saved. They can chase me all he wants. And actually he does chase me all he wants. So here though, I'm in that annoying position where Thorgrim is running and flying units just keep sort of, you know, prancing forward but never actually attacking anything. So I try and help out my Wild Rangers here, because I can get a lot more value out of them if they're not outnumbered, you know. So yeah, so I punt his Runesmith out of the way. I'm trying to shoot on his other ones. So yeah, I start to add a bit of damage to them. So these Wild Rangers still fighting at the moment, just against miners, so they should do absolutely fine against them. So that's good news. But yeah, so still trying to chase Thorgrim, but he won't die. She just keeps following and not really attacking. It's very annoying. So I have to just leave him after a while, because I need to start getting more healing back in the front line. So here though, they've broken through again. They've got, you know, Runesmith here fighting them. These guys are coming in. That Dwarf Warrior is still chasing them away. But, you know, he has so many spare units, maybe that was worthwhile, to be honest, just to keep those archers from coming back. So, yeah, more runes coming down, which is tough. Very tough. So, miners, they're going down now, which is great. So, it'll free up these Wild Rangers. The ones on this side, they're still fighting, but surprisingly, they're not just caning these guys. It's still fairly even for some reason, which I'm not happy with. Wild Rangers do a lot better against those Dwarf Warriors, in my opinion, but, what can you do? So, see this guy singled out, this Runesmith, so I decide to try and take him out. I'm getting some archer fire on the other one, try and weaken him. Because, you know, if I get them down to just like a bit of health, I can just dive on them with my Air Force and kill them. So, you know, if I can whittle them down a bit. Oh, so I got an Earthblood on my Wild Rangers, which is great, because they've still got quite a few models. So that's actually getting a lot more use out of them, which is fantastic. I also used a regrowth as well for even more, so that's great. That's really useful. So, but, you know, my Treekin there is starting to buckle, and they've still got like 4 units in here, and the Runesmith, and yeah, here, Eternal Guard, they're about to go. Still got Treekin here, very healthy though, so that's good, because, yeah, these guys just aren't built for killing Treekin, so that's nice. These Wildwood Rangers, though, they're starting to lose. They're about to go against these Longbeards. Also, these Wild Rangers, they're pretty surrounded now, so that's a bit rubbish. But, you know, I have managed to chase off this Rune Lord. But, again, he won't die. Very annoying. You see in the distance, right? You know, still chasing those guys off, which is very strange. So, more damage against the Runesmith, and I come in to hit him. So, Thorgrim actually came back, he's hiding in the corner. Little sod. So, but, you know, I'm just trying to keep my archers in the fight as long as possible here, and spread their army a bit thinner. Annoyingly, though, they've still got 2 Iron Drakes. Just 2. 2 Iron Drakes. So, yeah, a lot of attacks in the rear here with my archers, which is great news for me. Yeah, they don't get the benefit of their shields if they're being shot in the back. So that's good. So I've got my Glade Lord still chasing that Runesmith. Oh no, he's changed his mind. So I decided to get him out of there for now, for some reason. Not quite sure why. Not sure what I'm thinking there. I just don't think I wanted him surrounded. Her surrounded, rather. So here, these Longbeards taking a lot of damage, but I don't think I actually notice that they're sneaking up on me. So I think they do get caught, which is annoying. Because although there's only 19 of them, they have almost no health, they will still win in fight, because these guys don't have good armor piercing and melee. So I get an Arrow of Kernus there. So yeah, it's still trying to set me on fire with their 2 Iron Drakes. And so yeah, I'm just trying to basically do as much damage to these Dwarf Warriors as possible, and halt them a bit. Because if I can get my Treekin in here, I can bog them down again and get more use out of my archers, which have almost run out of ammo, actually. So, you know, getting more damage in. They've still got a completely healthy Runesmith there. This one is being under attack by my Spellsinger, but, you know, Spellsingers aren't really designed for, like, killing enemy heroes in combat, but, yeah, they'll do alright. So, this Treekin's still fighting 3 units, won't go down, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I get my my Glade Lord in here to carry on fighting that Runesmith, so that's good news. I don't think I've used my potion yet with the Glade Lord either, she's been doing great. So, unfortunately, though, Treekin, they're starting to go again. I used Earthblood just too late, so they ended up running. But, you know, they're healing up. They're, what was it, 4 models? Yeah, 4 models. But now they're turning their attention to my archers again. So that's annoying. So I start trying to run away again. So yeah, here, singling out another Runesmith. This is the healthy one. So yeah, I'm trying to shoot at him and everything. You know, I've got some archers here, and some Eternal Guard. I need 10 of them. 9. Trying to stop these Dwarf Warriors from coming in, because I want to get that guy killed. Once he starts surrounding me, my heroes are going to start attacking, you know, other units too, which is very annoying. So, I just had them running away, they were still taking pot shots. I love that about Elves. Like, as long as they're running, you know, as long as they're facing something they can shoot, whether they're running or not. So that's really cool. So yeah, the Runesmith's still doing fine. So I try and take out another one of their Iron Drakes. So I kill one model, send the other one flying. So that's good news. But, yeah, he's still alive, though. So, he used a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on my Spellsinger. Does nothing. But it's worth a try. So, yeah, that Runesmith taking out the fight again. Does he actually die? You know, I think he might, actually. Nope, he doesn't. Ugh, so annoying. So, still got another lot of Longbeards chasing them off. Those Dwarf Warriors over there, 70 of them, and they just run right up into the corner. So, yeah, that's pretty fortunate. So, yep, still healthy Runesmith there. Trying to do as much damage to these guys as possible. Trying to help out with my Spellsinger. This Runesmith coming back again. I just can't get those finishing hits on them. But yeah, if I swap between them a lot, then I can get that great charge from the sky, and that is almost always guaranteed to hit. But yeah, so I bring in my Wild Rangers. Unfortunately, they spot me and they charge me, so I can't get that beautiful rear charge against them, which is a real shame because those Wild Rangers could have done a lot of damage. And now they're being toasted by that one Iron Drake. Ugh, they just don't want to quit. It's very annoying. So now Wild Rangers shatter, which is, yeah, that's the worst. But I've still got some Dreekin fighting, amazingly. Rune of Wrath and Ruin goes down on them, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, my Glady and my Spellsinger still fighting here. I still don't think I've used my potion, actually, so that's pretty cool. But starting trying to surround me with a lot of units, so I got a lot of Dwarf Warriors coming back because they've ran all my guys off over there. So here I decide I want to take out the Runesmith. I think I'll take another pot shot at the Iron Drake, but I want to take out Thorgrim as well. So I want to stop them because, yeah, all I've got left is the Treekin on the ground. That's all I have. At this point, I was just praying that they would stay the fight, so I didn't have to land these two, necessarily. Also, used a Prey of Anathema, just on a random, healthy unit of Dwarf Warriors, because if I can spread these guys out a bit, I've got a better chance. If they're all blobbed together, that's going to be tougher. So, yep, hit that Runesmith again. He's shattered now, and Thorgrim is dead, so killed two of their heroes in that little offensive by the two of them, so that's great. You can see their leadership is really affected by this. So, that's good news. But, Treekin, almost no leadership left. It's really tough. Really tough. So yeah, here I try and shut down this Iron Drake, and I get in my Spellsinger and try and back up the Treekin, so they don't feel quite so, you know, quite so tough. So yeah, he's still got 2 Runesmiths, which is ridiculous. I can't believe he brought so many. Ugh, absolutely terrifying. Anyway, so I get my dragon in on the weak one. Hopefully I can kill him. I'm hoping the other one will just run if he's the only one propping up the leadership. But, yeah, I'm not sure that works. But my Treekin are running now, and they've got another Rune of Wrath and Ruin on them, so that's tough. So now I've got to stay on the ground. My Spellsinger is wavering. Killed another Runesmith, so that's great news. Start going for the second, spread out their guys again with that attack, which is great. But, you know, still a Runesmith left, and that's holding everyone up, which is tough. He is bringing some more of his Dwarf Warriors in. This guy, still alive. Okay, now he's shattered, finally. So that's irritating. These guys haven't shattered yet, though, the Treekin. So you can see, wavering, they're coming back. Unfortunately, though, my Spellsinger is also run away. And she's dead. So that's not good. So I can't get any more healing out of her. But then I'm nearly at my healing cap. I had used a potion at this point, and I'm just taking a lot of damage in this group because obviously there's just so many of them. So that's tough. That's very tough. But you know, still got this Runesmith though, taking a lot of damage, and a bit bogged down by all these other troops. But do they get away? You know, I'm not sure. So use another Prey of Anathema to stop more guys from coming into the fight, which I think really helps. My Treekin are back in the fight, which is awesome. Really good, that. But you can see, you know, leadership across the board is just bad. So he has Dwarf Warriors back. Also he's got them in the corner, which I think he's completely lost. They're upset the Lord's dead, though, but, you know. I also got these Longbeards over there. But it basically boils down to this fight. Because, you know, if this fight is resolved, then they're just going to run away. But yeah, so my Treekin about to run again, which is really bad, really bad. They're losing decisively, but my Glade Lord is kicking ass. She's taking names right now, so that's great news for me. So yeah, it's all down to this fight. Unfortunately, though, Treekin run again, so I can't take off with my Glade Lord. I could have probably used that chance to do some more cycle charging, you know, get her out and then charge her in again, because that does sick damage. But yeah, with them almost running, I didn't want to risk her being in the air and me getting a loss just for, you know, her being in the air. That would have sucked. So I was trying to play it a bit safe. But you know, another unit starting to rout. These guys coming back though. But, I mean, you know, this is so tight. Look at the leadership. They're all so close to breaking. But then so am I. I'm wavering. I'm exhausted. These guys are all very tired. And, but Tree can come back. So, luckily I just managed to get her in the air before she breaks. Go on, in the air. And off we go. So that's awesome. So, charging my Treekin again. And I also get my, my Glady to get in there. Nice side charge there, which is really good. And now they've been charged. But annoyingly that put their leadership up somehow. So that's, bizarre. But yeah, so close. So close right now. But I mean, look at the damage I've taken. And yeah, they're about to go again. So I used another Prey of Anathrema on a really weak unit, to be honest. But you know, I had to use it on something. But look at that charge through all of them. So that's fantastic. They're starting to waver. You know, still got the Treekin in the fight for now. And then they shatter. So at this point, it's literally just my Glady left. And they've still got one Runesmith alive over there, which is very annoying. That could have been what was propping them up. And there you go, she shatters. But I mean, look at that. It's so close. That could have gone either way. Ugh. It's absolutely criminal. So if you look at the kills, my Glady, MVP. Look at that. 199 kills. 199 dead dwarves because of her. Absolutely amazing. You know, she ran off all their leadership with the help of the spell singer. She kicked ass. My Wild Rangers, look at that. 137 and 96 kills. Loads of kills. So that's really good. Unfortunately, though, they were just so bogged down with so many units. You know, that they did suffer a lot of casualties. If they were able to fight like one unit at a time, they could have just cleaved through everything. Or if, you know, I was able to get them right in the back of their lines. But they just had so many units. So yeah, my front line of just 3 Eternal Guard and the 2 Treekin, they couldn't pin everything. They just couldn't hold everything. So, yeah. But still, you know, a lot of kills. So that was definitely worthwhile, I think. My archers didn't do great, but they did a lot of HP damage, did a lot of damage to Thorgrim, did a lot of damage to the Runesmiths. You know, they definitely helped, and it helped spread out the enemy a lot, which meant my flying guys could do a lot. So, you know, so it's hard to call that one, in terms of, you know, how great this was. But, yeah, I thought that was a really fun one. Just so many enemies to deal with. It was so cool. But, yeah, Iron Drakes actually only got 7 kills. So they weren't the most threatening thing, but I did shut them down quite hard. But it's just the fact that they just wouldn't leave me alone. It was so irritating. But yeah, I just thought that was a great fight. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, so that's Captain Cabinet. Captain Cabinet. Will he get out? Can he get out? Of course he will. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that game. So thanks for that. Hope you see you again on Ladder soon. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, comment, like, yeah. I can't speak. Too excited from that tense fight. So yeah, comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? So yeah, have a good day, everybody.